Hello. So now that you have your big goal and you have a semester goal, we need to start kind of going into tools or like ways for you to accomplish these goals. And the first thing that you need to do when it comes to accomplishing the goals that you have is unpack the syllabus. So success move number 3 is unpack the syllabus, or behold the power of the syllabus. Every semester, at the beginning of the semester, your faculty may give you a syllabus, or it might be posted on Blackboard. It's always posted on Blackboard. And so before the first day of class, or right now, if it's past the first day of class, go on into each of your Blackboard course shells and print up, like click the print and print up your syllabus for each class. So if you're in 5 classes, you need to print up 5 syllabi. You're like, ooh, I hate paper. I hate paper too, but this is an investment in your future, and you need to be able to have these physical things to be able to go through the syllabus and unpack them. So step 1, print the syllabus. Once you have each of your syllabus, let's start with one of them. You're going to want to go through and look for some very key information. The first thing you're going to want to look at is the class that you're in, its title, the professor's name, the professor's office hours. All this information is going to be listed at the top. Why do you need this information? This is the person who's going to be giving you your grade. This is the person who's going to be facilitating the class, and this is the person that you're going to want to cultivate as an asset. And that's going to be our next success move. So we'll just kind of hold off on that for now, but you need to know who this person is, and that information is listed at the top of the syllabus. The next thing you need to look at is the book for the class. Does the class have a book? If it has a book, this is a sub-success move, but you need to go buy that book or procure it in some way, because if you don't have that book, you don't have the information in that book going into your head. The next thing that you're going to look at in the class are some very important policies for the class: attendance policy, technology policy, and other kind of rules of the game that your professor is going to put in there. And these differ per professor. And so if your professor has a policy that says you can only be absent 3 times, then you can only be absent 3 times. And you need to know, if you miss that, what the penalty is. So it will have inside of there the policies and the penalties for breaking those policies. You need to know if you're going to be late for class, if it's going to count as 2 lates equals 1 absence, then you need to know that 1 absence equals 50 points off the class. So you're going to have to know that being there on time is important for that specific faculty member. The next thing you're going to look at is, and this is kind of like then the biggest piece of it, is look at the weekly assignments. What is the work of this class? Is it a big reading class? Is it a big paper class? Is there a lot of group work for this class? How many assignments are there? What's the grading scale for these assignments? Are some of these assignments really like small that don't really make a big dent in your grade? And then there's one huge paper or one huge test. You need to know where your points are coming from so that you don't lose these points. So as you walk through this, you're going to look at all of these things, and then once you have all the syllabi and you've looked at each one of them and you kind of get a good feel for each of your classes, this will help you determine how much time to spend on each class, and it will help you figure out what weeks are going to be harder weeks for you. And so you need to take all of the syllabi and you need to put them in one place. And so by put them in one place, I mean take all of the assignments that are in a syllabus and write them down in a planner or on a master to-do list, or take and get a couple of dry erase boards and write down each of the assignments on like a calendar view of that, or some other creative way. And so I will walk you through these ways separate, or I will give you directions for that. So that's the way. But you basically have to take all of your assignments and put them in one place, because if you have them on 5 different syllabi, then your brain is scattered into these 5 different areas. But if you create one master area where you have stuff to do, then you have a program that you can follow and you can be successful. There's going to be things that are unclear. The faculty usually fill this out from a template, and they might be missing something. There might be a part that's in error, or there might be an assignment that's just not clearly defined on there. And so when you're going through the syllabus, you need to look for these what I would call areas of opportunity for questions to the faculty, and try to find 1 or 2 per syllabus that where you could kind of say, this is unclear, and this is unclear, and this is unclear. And then you'll be able to then take it to our next step, which is cultivate faculty as an asset. You'll be able to take your syllabus, and after class is out, no one else is in the classroom, or during your faculty's office hours, you can come to the front of the classroom and say, hey, Dr. Lund, or whoever you have as your faculty this semester, Professor Ho. I was looking through the syllabus, and I have a couple questions. Do you have a few seconds?
Of course.
Yeah, see, it's that easy to start cultivating your faculty as an asset, and these questions from the syllabus are the best icebreaker, and we'll talk a little bit more about that in the future, next week.
Hey everyone, I have a bonus move for you. Did you know there's a right place to sit in the classroom? Research shows that if you sit in what is called the T, you are going to be more front and center, and therefore you'll be more in the line of sight of your faculty, and it shows your faculty that you're a serious student and you're there to learn. So I am going to now demonstrate where you can sit in the classroom. You can sit here. You can sit here. This is a good seat. Also here. This is a great seat. On the aisle's part of the T. So I don't love this. Technically it's part of the T because it's on the front and center. It's on the center aisle. But I'm pretty far in the back, so if there is nothing else on the T, sit here. But otherwise, front T. You should not sit here. This seat is by the trash, not a good seat. Ew, but what if my friend wants to sit over there? What should I do? I'll tell you what to do. You say, hey, Samantha, you want to sit with me in the T? Sure. Excellent.